Hello, and welcome to the first race of the ST Cup Series playoffs. 12 drivers with the blue on their windshields have a shot at competing in the Final Four for the last race at Daytona. We have this race at Martinsville and the next race at the ST Raceway. Top 4 drivers move on to the finale at Daytona. There are your drivers. We have a 15-lap race around this short track. Now I'll introduce the 12 playoff drivers looking to win Season 1. We have Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Carl Edwards, Joey Logano, Kasey Kahne, Ryan Blaney, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, and our first winner, Aric Almirola. Now for our drivers to watch for, we have Joey Logano, who starts on the pole. He was a runner-up at the spring Martinsville and is 4 points back of the top 4. Kyle Busch starts 4th. He has no wins yet, and he has 3 top 5s. Ryan Blaney has 2 wins this season. He won last time at Martinsville and is first in playoff points, looking to get his second one here. As the cars roll off, let's take a look at our starting line. In row 1, we have Joey Logano and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. In row 2, we have Corey LaJoie and the 18 of Kyle Busch. Row 3, we have Kasey Kahne and Paul Menard. In row 4, we have Austin Dillon and the 12 of Ryan Blaney. Row 5, we have the 2 of Brad Keselowski and the 9 of Chase Elliott. Row 6, we have the 4 of Kevin Harvick and the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Row 7, we have the 11 of Denny Hamlin and the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. In row 8, we have Aric Almirola and Clint Bowyer. In row 9, we have the 99 of Carl Edwards and the 43 of Bubba Wallace. Row 10, we have Aric Almirola and Daniel Suarez. In row 11, we have Ty Dillon and Chase Briscoe. In row 12, we have Ryan Newman and William Byron. Row 13, we have Martin Truex and Michael Annett. And rounding out our pack, we have Regan Smith and Brennan Poole. Now let's get racing at Martinsville for the first race of the ST playoffs. Joey Logano leads him on backstretch, but he gets bumped out of the groove, and Corey LaJoie takes the lead. Joey Logano moves back 4 spots as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. takes second place. Let's come down the backstretch. We see Kasey Kahne taking second place, but not for long as Ricky Stenhouse gets a huge run off the inside. He's going to take the lead. Oh no! He spins out! And he crashes! Looks like Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just drove in there a little too hard, as Corey LaJoie really could do nothing about that. I guess a little bad racing for Ricky Stenhouse, as he had a good run off, but trying to go a little too hard into this very narrow corner where you cannot mess up. And that shows you this corner is one you cannot mess up on, as he will be out and he has 0 playoff points right now. He has 500, but that's the lowest you can get. So technically, he's going to have to win next race in order to make it to the Final Four. As we will restart on lap 5 as Corey LaJoie is leading with Kyle Busch in second. As they come off turn 2, Kasey Kahne is looking at the inside but will not make a move on him as Kyle Busch is getting pushed back to the back. He takes 4th. And Kasey Kahne challenging LaJoie, but LaJoie has nothing of that. He gets a huge run off the outside, as the outside has some momentum right now, but not as much as it will later in the race. Now Ryan Blaney making huge moves as he gets 2 cars in 1 corner, as he almost moves up to second place, where he's challenging Joey Logano. And LaJoy blocks low with a huge stack up in the front stretch as LaJoy gets kicked out to the outside. But he maintains momentum and gets back to second place. What an amazing job by Corey LaJoy to stick that, as there was no way anyone else could do that. That was a crazy save by Corey LaJoy, as Joey Logano has the lead. Here's an onboard with Ryan Blaney as he's slightly closing the gap as we start lap 12. And it looks like the top 3 drivers are all Penske drivers. Great day for them, as they always do seem to find a way to stick together. But Blaney challenging his team to the inside, almost taking the lead, but again, the top lane gets a lot of momentum as they go into 3 and 4, 2 wide, as Blaney takes the lead. And there's a wreck. We have Clint Bowyer, Jimmy Johnson, and Paul Menard all involved. I think we all know why this happened. Last race, Clint Bowyer got wrecked by Jimmy Johnson, so it looks like he got some payback here. But, you shouldn't really do that. I mean, Clint Bowyer's definitely going to get a suspension for 1, maybe 2 races. So, yeah, not the smartest move from Bowyer, as all 3 of their days will be done. None of them are in the playoffs, so it still matters, but not too much. As we will restart with 2 laps to go here at Martinsville. Ryan Blaney leads them, and oh my gosh! And Corey LaJoy gets a blinding restart as he gains 4 spots in 1 turn. Final lap. Looks like Blaney has a huge lead. He pulls a tire, and they all crash. 4, 5, 6 cars involved in the crash as Kyle Busch takes the lead, and Kyle Busch wins the race at Martinsville. Oh my goodness. That was amazing final lap. What just happened? Kyle Busch clinches himself into the final 4. Looks like Blaney had that for a while. But we see Blaney, LaJoy, Keselowski, Dillon, a bunch of playoff drivers, and then those 3 right there. As we take another look, he blows a tire, then they crash, then just a chain reaction of crashes. And Bubba Wallace. Looks like we had 4 or 5 playoff drivers crashing there. Let's see, only 1, 2, maybe 15 cars finished. As congratulations to D.R. Talbot for getting first place, Boss with a Sauce for getting second place. In third place, we have Kevin Harvick, sponsored by Hannibee. In fourth place, another playoff driver, Rich Thies. And Chase Elliott is sponsored by Cam Spinner Team 31. Now, let's take a look at our playoff standings. Kyle Busch advances to the next round. Automatic clinch for winning that race. Right now, Almirola, Blaney, and Kane all are technically in the playoffs right now if it ended. But we still have 1 more race, guys, and that will be at the ST Roval. As we see Ricky Stenhouse really far back. No chance unless he wins the next race. So now let's take a look at these standings. Doesn't really matter too much. It was already shown. But we see Nat, Johnson, Wallace, and Truex are the top 4 for non-playoff drivers, if you want to see that. And yes, Casey Kane is spelled wrong for the other one. Sorry. And yeah, so these are our finishing results. A lot of DNFs, as you can see. Only 15 cars finishes, yeah. So I think that will wrap it up. Thank you all for watching. I know it's been a while since I posted, and peace.